microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker.
Yo, this is Tone Love from the legendary Tuff Crew band, straight out of Philadelphia. Yo, and you chilling with Mic Check Media, where you hear it here first, live and direct. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, sir.
Yo, what up? This your man Kedrick. Mic Check Media representing the pioneers of hip-hop series, man. We steamrolling along. We about 14, 15 interviews deep with legends, legendary brothers, legendary MCs, and sisters from the game of hip-hop, man. It's my pleasure to introduce to some and all the fans out there who already know the brother, the man, Tone Love from the legendary Tuff Crew out of Philly. What's good, baby?
Hey, what's going on, sir? Everything's good right here, man. Doing it real big right now. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, man, no doubt. We definitely appreciate you taking time out, man, to, you know, get in on the series and chop it up with Mic Check Media.
Definitely appreciate the opportunity, man. Looking forward to a nice relationship with you guys, and appreciate what y'all do for, you know, the artists in the field.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, man. And definitely, man, we got to shout out the homie, man, DJ Too Tough, man. He, you know, he's been getting in with us and vibing with us. He interviewed with us on a few series ago, and, you know, we've been vibing and working together ever since. So we definitely appreciate him for making the connection for us.
Right. That's cool, yeah. That's my DJ Too Tough, Tuff Crew band, you know, still holding us down.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. So let's go right into it, man, and let's talk about, you know, your break into hip-hop, your, you know, inspirations and what got the Tuff Crew together.
Yeah, well, regarding to the Tuff Crew coming together, it was just, you know, by fate, I guess, actually, you know, when at the inception of, you know, hip-hop out in Philly, when we were beginning to hear it on the radio and hear, you know, various artists start to come on the scene, we were actually, you know, getting involved in the hip-hop culture and break dancing and popping and locking and what have you, and battles and coming together like that in the neighborhood. And I just was introduced to, you know, Ice Dog and Overlord Ice Dog. Shout out to Ice Dog. That's one of my partners from Tuff Crew. And Too Tough, just down in North Philly, man, doing some break dancing and battling situations that we would have in the hood in Hart Park down in North Philly. And we came through there and met up with them, and through battling and you know, spitting some rhymes together and a couple of little windmills, things like that, we started linking up. And that's where, you know, Tuff Crew was born.
Wow, no doubt. So you guys incorporated pretty much all of the elements of hip-hop then. You said a breaking and of course, the DJing and MCing, man. You know, only thing left was to do a little graffiti. Yeah,
and a little bit of that was going on, too. That wasn't my forte, but you had guys out there that was, you know, into the expressing themselves with the, you know, with the paint and the artistry, and that was very, you know, prevalent at the time. And, you know, we used to just come together and, you know, get together in the neighborhood, and if you had any kind of talent or self-expression, you would come out and do your thing when we set up the equipment. And this is where I met a lot of guys that, you know, started out in Philly early on, including, you know, members of my group.
No doubt. So now, after you guys, all got together and you met up and started to, you know, adapt with the culture, how long did it take for you guys to realize that, hey, we got something serious here, and, you know, we breaking into the game and with everybody else?
It really didn't take too long. We actually, once we formed the group, originally, you know, we started L.A. Kid from the Tuff Crew. Shout out to L.A. Kid, who started, you know, working on some tracks using the SP12 machine and messing around. We was in the crates, you know, finding break beats and things like that. DJ Too Tough was bringing out some breaks along with L.A. Kid. And once we really got a couple of tracks down, man, we started putting some vocals down and, you know, started to write some stuff. We started feeling like we had a nice sound, you know, coming together and, you know, a nice chemistry. So we just started to build on that. Those original first songs that went on our Fan Jam LP. That was the original album we did, Fan Jam. We did the song prior to that. It was a single called Philly Style and Get Smart. And, you know, from that stuff, we just started to create a sound and, vibe more, collectively. And until we start saying, hey, man, this stuff is sounding pretty good. The people around us was agreeing that we thought we was on to something from there.
Wow. Now, as far as getting that first deal, how did, I guess, I know a lot of people always say how they got their deals and how hard it was, to get a deal, and thinking about how deals work today, I guess the contrast is what I'm looking for as far as how the everything came about as far as the deal.
Yeah, well, we actually started an independent label, and we brought about a situation where we just needed a distribution, and with having our own independent label, So Def Records, it was called, allowed us freedom of expression and creative control. The deal we worked out was a distribution situation with Warlock Records at the time to facilitate our distributor needs, but we still was allowed to keep control of the like I said, the creativity and what have you. And the deal was pretty sweet, where they would help, they would put up money on for the recording and things like that, and then we would handle help with the promotion. But it was like a 50-50 situation, and it worked out pretty well for us, the way it was going. But today I think it's a little harder to get the labels to actually put forth money. I think it's a lot of losses because of the free download and the things like that the industry took, and that has really made them very cautious with in terms of the deals that they present to the artists nowadays, and what kind of money is on the table and what have you. So I think it was definitely a little hard to get back in the day, but once you got to the table, you actually had an opportunity to negotiate something. So.
Right, and also we do know that, and it's not like this now with radio station DJs who had more creative control on breaking records. And, of course, we know about DJ Red Alert out of New York. But right there in Philly, in Power 99, you had Lady B. How instrumental was Lady B in getting you guys' music out there and helping jumpstart the career for Tuff Crew?
Yeah, shout out to Lady B, the queen of hip-hop out of Philly. We actually met her early on back in the day, too, when she was actually an artist. She had started out rapping and actually doing her thing in that respect. And we made her acquaintance early on in the game, I think back in 86, 87. And she was always very supportive to us once she had a situation on the radio. She was the local hip-hop, you know what I mean? I would say entrepreneur, but hip-hop, representative, for the opportunity to hear any of it on the radio. That was through Lady B's, her show. We used to set our cassettes, man, and she'd say, start the tapes, and, we get it rolling. But she always supported us from early on. I think she really liked our music, liked our vibe and everything, and she was very supportive in the onset of our career as well as throughout.
Wow. Definitely shout out to Lady B for being instrumental in breaking a lot of records. Now, and I was mentioning, the DJs on the radio station that were able to, go to the streets and get these new records and listen to them. If they like them, they will play them. And Greg Nice was talking about this at an event we covered just last week, and he was just saying how, it's gone away from that. Now it's about, lying in the program director's pocket, so to speak. How do you feel about that, man? And do you think that it's watering down hip-hop?
Well, I really don't even think it's hip-hop at all to me. I refer to, hip-hop is the collective of the whole culture. You know, hip hop was the music, it was the dancing, it was the style, it was the the clothes, the swag, which we call it today. But the whole thing embodied hip hop. And nowadays, I think it has been consolidated into more of a rap game situation. I call it the rap game, where you can become a rapper, and the game is just to be marketed to the people as whatever, rich or famous or infamous or whatever it is, and then you're marketed, and then you just stay within that realm of conversation. And it's very limited. And I'm used to, the hip-hop offering a vast canvas of expression. And, across the board, all the hip-hop artists, whether, they were rappers or DJs or beatboxers or dancers, they all had an opportunity through the performances and the art, the culture to express themselves, collectively or individually. And now it's very, in a way you could say watered down, but I'd say it's missing really the elements of hip-hop. Hip-hop's soul is not in what I call a rap game today. That's very limited and superficial to me.
Definitely, no doubt. Now, as far as the Tuff Crew, and I know Philly has brought a lot to hip-hop. Now, as far as Tuff Crew, early on, when you as far as being pioneers of hip-hop, what are some of the other groups or individuals out of Philly that you guys used to maybe vibe with and possibly still vibing with to this day?
Okay, yeah, well, you had your, we still vibing with Schoolie D. Shout out to Schoolie D out of West Philadelphia. He claimed fame back then. He's known for, PSK and Saturday Night, and he started out with us as well as Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, who I know. Shout out to them as well. We started on the same performing platform, doing the venues together. You had your Cool C and Steady B's, a lot of different artists who was actually instrumental in the the origins of hip hop from out here in Philadelphia way back early on. Even pop art, which was really supportive of a lot of New York artists early on. They were out of Philadelphia, actually. The pop art label was ran out of Philadelphia, and a lot of early, MC Shan and a lot of the early artists that came out of New York started on that label. So I think we were instrumental out here as well in contributing to the value of hip hop as it were earlier on. And shout out to all of those old school MCs that I didn't mention. We had MC Breeze, MC Mechanism, who was down with Philly. You had Cash Money, DJ Cash Money, and MC Marvelous, Malika Love. You had Yvette, and the list goes on. Shout out to all of them.
Oh yeah, definitely, no doubt. Now let's fast forward a little bit to 2013 and talk about what you're doing, Tone Love, and as well as the Tuff Crew. And, what's going on with Tuff Crew now?
Well, presently we're in the process of doing another album, actually. We're working on that right now. It's going to be entitled Retro for Your Ghetto. We're pretty close to finishing up that project. It's been a while since we actually did something new. We had recorded some of our old unreleased material, re-recorded and mastered that, and had released that a little while back. We called it Tuff Crew Band Remember, and there was a few songs that hadn't been in circulation but were already recorded. But we've been working on, at present, a nice new album that I'm hoping the people will, be glad to hear. We've really tried to keep that nostalgia feel of what we used to represent in our style, and we stuck with that and that formula, and hopefully people will be glad to hear some of that original hip hop sound out of Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, definitely, no doubt, and that's one of the things that we appreciate with the Tuff Crew and other groups from the classic era of hip hop that maintain and stay true to the culture. and
absolutely,
that's what true fans want.
absolutely. I think that and no disrespect to all of the new artists, I think that if if someone has to keep the culture alive, I encourage all the other upcoming artists and stuff to just be very creative with their subject matter, lyrical content, and to actually put some thought into their songs and some substance into the songs, as to not get caught up in the conformity of just the same saying the same things over in the same subject matter. That's really mundane at this point, with so much situations that's going on, so many different situations going on in the world. We are at no loss for subject matter and things to talk about. And I just hope that everybody just step their bars up, so to speak, and really engage in some real conversation through this hip hop genre.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Like you said, it's definitely not because of lack of content. There's plenty of content that can be shared, man. And it's just a matter of artist choice and, stepping their game up.
Absolutely. And if somebody don't do it, then I think, I regret to inform the public that, hip-hop will be dead unless someone keeps it alive, and that's what we're intended to do. As we come back on the scene, we're going to bring back some elements that some of these new rappers and artists haven't really, I haven't been, they may have not been exposed to. I haven't seen too many of them utilizing a lot of the elements of hip-hop. So we're looking forward to just bringing back some dancing and actually artists, different artists that like to do graffiti or break dancing or, whatever they, bring to the hip-hop scene. So we're going to give them an opportunity to do that by inviting some of them out to our events and stuff like that, and let our events include these types of situations.
Oh, yeah, definitely, no doubt, man. I think that would be great for the culture.
Yeah.
Now, as far as, you guys have put out a lot of joints, man, a lot of great joints. And now, out of all the Tuff Crew tracks that you guys have laid, man, what do you consider to be your favorite, or do you have a favorite out of all of the joints?
Yeah, my favorite probably would be My Part of Town. That was our hit single off of the Danger Zone album, released in 1988. That was probably our most prominent song and the one that gained us the most popularity. That song just broke loose, basically, and went on to help us reach, millions of sales of that album. And My Part of Town was always, and still is, what's considered a classic of early hip hop.
Oh yeah, man, and it's a few groups or artists, period, that have that joint that's gonna be forever timeless. People know it soon as it comes on, man. You hear the guitar riff, and you automatically know this is My Part of Town coming on, man. And that's what I feel. That's another thing that's missing from hip hop today, man. And it's not a lot of joints for me personally. I'm not sure. I can't speak for everybody else, but I can speak for me personally that I hear that as soon as I hear it, it gives you that feeling.
Yeah, that was one of them. To this day, it's funny when we do concerts, the nostalgia factor of that song. Everybody gets up, or people are calling out before we even get to it. Do My Part of Town, and it's still a club banger. You can go to any picnics or bars on the weekend, or probably even bar mitzvahs, and hear that a record playing and people dance. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I still hear it anywhere I go. People ride by my house in their car playing it, and it's 20-something years old now.
Oh, yeah.
So we hope to have that same impact with our new music as well. I'm hoping that people will really enjoy this new album. It's called Retro for Your Ghetto, soon to be released. I have a few singles coming out, one called Come On People, another one called Get Up, another one called Original Copy, just to name a few. And we're really excited about, our contribution this time going out.
Oh, yeah, man, no doubt. We definitely excited to hear about the new music that you guys are coming out with. So we definitely going to be looking forward to that. Now, have you guys already started to, get your feet wet back again, so to speak, by touring, or had you ever stopped?
Yeah, we actually took a break off. When we broke up, we actually weren't doing shows together. But recently, in the last year or two, we've been doing some, shows off and on. And more recently, as we're, building some momentum with the new project, we've been doing a few more venues. But we're looking forward to really get on tour with some promoters that, bring the old acts back. The original acts, Big Daddy Kane's, Salt and Peppers, and things like that. We like to get involved with some of those shows, as we feel we were very, instrumental in, in that music at that time. I mean, we were doing shows with all of those guys. We went on tour with LL and Tuff Crew and EPMD and all of those. So I'd really like to catch up with those guys again. I think it would be fun to perform with them.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Now you mentioned, being on tour with these guys, and this is one of the questions I like to ask too. When you guys are out there on tour, man, what's one of the things that might have happened or that stood out in memory to you with some of the other groups that could have happened while you guys were on tour that the fans might not know?
I can remember doing the Miami baseball stadium one time, and we were performing there with Tuff Crew and Public Enemy. And we actually, at the beginning of the song, we were going to perform My Part of Town. Just off the first guitar riff, when they heard that, it was a wave that started from the back of the people at the 400-foot baseball wall, and they kind of moved forward. And as they thrusted forward, the whole wave, I watched the people just get pushed forward until it reached all the way up to the home run plate where we were built up on the stage above, home plate. And it was just like dominoes falling over from 400 feet back out the home plate until it knocked over the front barriers where the security was keeping the people back. And it was just like we had to restart. And it was just funny to see a wave of people just move like that. And it was, I'll never forget, we had to start it over. But the kind of electricity that was generated when we used to start our concert, especially in Miami. Shout out to Florida, Miami, and the Miami bass sound, all the hip-hop heads down there.
Oh, yeah, man, no doubt. And it's got to be, it had to be a testament for you guys to, realize that you guys had that many fans with so much love, man, just to see that, I would have been in awe myself, so I know that was a great feeling.
Yeah, I'll never forget it. Yeah, it was awesome. We got a lot of love out there while we're doing shows, and hopefully people will be just as receptive this time around.
Oh yeah, definitely, man, no doubt. The guys are, no doubt, undoubtedly, still have a huge fan base, man, and they're gonna be clamoring at the bits when this new album drops. How soon the music is going to drop? Will it drop any this year?
Yeah, we're going to actually most likely release at least a single by the end of September, early October. That's what I'm shooting for right now. So in the next few weeks, be looking to hear at least a single, or song or two off of the album.
Okay. Well, yeah, you guys, between yourself and Too Tough, man, definitely keep us in the loop with the new music so we can definitely, get it out to the people. Definitely.
Yes, sir. And once again, shout out to Mike Check and Mike Check Media and all of our fans out in the ATL. Looking forward to coming down there and partnering with y'all real soon. Shout out to everyone at your organization for showing us love, and I appreciate the opportunity.
No doubt, baby. You heard it first from the man himself, Tone Love from the legendary Tuff Crew. On behalf of Mike Check Media, we definitely appreciate you, brother.
Word up.
Rock on, acknowledge my song, bring my posse along to the party, cause danger zone from the heart is in effect. So I say, buddy, study, think and learn, dig the move we made. Stunning those that just can't behave. Discipline, here's a hint, a clue from the damn hand too.
Microphone check, microphone check, microphone check, microphone.